Why aren't there toilets in Canterbury Gardens? That is the question for today. Why aren't there toilets in Canterbury Gardens? Now, for some context to viewers watching this who are not from or have lived in Melbourne, Australia, Victoria, Melbourne, Australia. It's a great suburb. It's a great state though, Victoria. I'm not gonna lie. Out of New South Wales and Victoria, I definitely rally for Victoria. But anyway, this isn't the point. Why aren't there toilets in Canterbury Gardens? Now, Canterbury Gardens is as its namesake. I can't speak. If you can't tell, I am quite frustrated with the lack of accessibility to accessibility in Canterbury Gardens. Canterbury Gardens is, well, as its name suggests, a gardens in Canterbury, which is a suburb in Victoria. I realise that you may have no idea why I am frustrated. So, let's go all the way back. What's the time? Almost 1:45 p.m. on a fine Thursday. Let's rewind back an hour back to 12:21 in the afternoon. I was leaving college, Swinburne College, and I was boarding well, actually, I'll just get to the important bit here. So I took the train from at Glenferrie Station, which is in Hawthorn, which is a train station in Hawthorn, in Victoria, Melbourne, Australia, to Canterbury, which was a large detour for me, because usually I just go from Glenferrie to another further train stop, and then I take a further tram stop from that place back home, with some additional walking. But yes, I got off at Canterbury. It's a lovely small suburb. Actually, no, shopping centre. Yeah, it was just like any other suburb in Victoria. Houses, housing an array of shops, from clothes shops to eateries to hair salons. Blah 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 blah. I was walking up to Canterbury. Where am I? Oh yes. I left the train at Canterbury Station. I went. I'm going to say. Actually, no. I'm not going to guess. Which direction I was facing. And spent a further 3 minutes to 5 minutes, walking up the road, which leads into Bowen Road, which is the road that I would take if I frequented Canterbury. So to give you some perspective, imagine you're me in the centre. You're walking up past some shops, up a pavement, past some shops, and Bowen Road is to your right. But you also have Canterbury State Gardens to your left. And this is where I answer my question: why aren't there toilets in Canterbury Gardens? I walked into, after waiting for the pedestrian crossing to blink for me and other people to cross, I entered. Oh my god! I can't even speak its name now. I entered the dreadful Canterbury Gardens. Well, actually, no. Don't discount Canterbury Gardens based on this, frankly, frustrated person's view. Yes, it's actually quite a nice place. It's so vast, a lot of green, and there are plenty of seating. There are plenty of benches to seat your gluteus maximus on. Using the scientific technical term. But anyway, to my point. Okay, this is where my story. Listen. Sorry. This is where the point. This is where the pinnacle of my story is. I was going down one of the paths in Canterbury Gardens, as you do in any other park. And I saw a brick, and I saw the brick, building, brick. Yeah, building. Let's just say building, because I can't really think straight at this moment. Yeah, and I was expecting it to be, a toilet facility for me to relieve myself, but no, it was in fact something. It was not for recreational purposes. It was. I think it was for. It definitely wasn't a toilet. I will say that. It was. It wasn't. But this isn't important. What is important, and this, I'm getting to the point of my story. I spent probably the next 5 minutes walking around the gardens trying to find a toilet. Now, in context, I will name 2 gardens that I have been to, and of which has toilets. Garden 1, Central Gardens in Hawthorne. That garden was actually these gardens are actually parks, by the way. Not actually. Well, they are gardens, but they are also parks, semi-parks. Central Gardens has 3. I repeat, 3 toilets. Wow. And Garden 2, Maranoa Gardens in Bowen, has 2 toilets. I think it's 2. Is there 2? Or is there one in the garden area of Maranoa Gardens? For the sake of your time, I'll just say 2. So both Central Gardens and Maranoa Gardens, have toilets. Canterbury Gardens, for some reason, does not. I mean, I don't imagine, people would, go to Canterbury Gardens like I did for the sake of finding a toilet. which I otherwise would not. I would just, enjoy my time there. But at that moment, at that time, the 5 minutes I took to find a gosh-forsaken toilet felt much longer. It felt like I'd been there for an hour. Let's exaggerate here for a moment. What was actually 5 minutes or so felt like an hour, because my bladder was busy containing itself from exploding urine onto the garden, onto the beautiful grass that every garden Canterbury gardens and other Victoria, Melbourne gardens, well, I was so disjointed, provide, have an abundance of. That's basically what a gardens is. Having a bountiful amount of grass and greenery. Yeah, and anyway. And to end this tale, this very frustrating and, otherwise comedic tale of why aren't there toilets in Canterbury Gardens, I left very disappointed. Yes, disappointed. And the 40-minute odd walk that ensued from Canterbury all the way to Bournemouth to home was a journey of, for lack of a better word, frustration and bliss. And when the bliss part comes in to this journey. Anyway, thank you for listening to my rant of why aren't there toilets in Canterbury Gardens. And when I was there, just a little over an hour ago, granted, there was some renovations happening there. Well, will be occurring there, because I saw a sign on my way to the gardens that said changes are taking place for the 2018 to 2019 financial year. But I don't care. If I have a full bladder, I want to evacuate that my bladder, please. Oh my God. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, if I have a full bladder anywhere, I want to immediately evacuate that bladder. Because my bladder is my bladder. And thankfully, I'm still young. I'm 19 years of age, have a healthy bladder, have a healthy body, healthy body. I'm a healthy man, and I don't want to risk my bladder for anything, including a toiletless garden. Anyway, thank you for listening to my tale of why aren't there toilets in Canterbury. I feel like this is the second time I've tried to end this video, but actually it will end now. So thank you for listening or watching, depending on whether if I choose to use After Effects to sync this audio to my face. I don't know. You'll see it, and I will too. Afterwards on YouTube. But anyway, have a good day. Stupendous afternoon. Incredible. Oh, sorry. No. Brilliant evening, and I think it was amazing night. I think two out of those adjectives were actually what I wrote in the description of my videos, I think. Yeah. Anyway, brilliant! I actually said brilliant without stuttering. What a change. Bye!